What's up, guys? Welcome to my first Upland treasure hunt live stream. Appreciate you guys joining. If you're watching this afterwards, thanks for checking out the video. Appreciate that. The whole idea behind today is to share with the Upland community what I've learned about treasure hunting over the last couple of months. Fairly new to Upland. I've been involved since February. And quickly realized that treasure hunting was the way to learn about Spark. So that's what I have been honing my skills on for the past couple of months. And yeah, so it's been pretty lucrative as far as collecting Spark for me. And I wanted to share some of the do's and don'ts and hopefully help others out with their treasure hunting escapades, if you will. So we're going to get started here in a second here with a couple of things that I find important to keep in mind when you're treasure hunting, and then we're going to actually go through my daily treasure hunt. Pretty much daily. Sometimes I don't do it, but mostly every day or so. I use my 80 cents and hunt in San Francisco trying to find Spark. Right. So anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was just some tips that I have, and I've got like 14 things here to share. So we're going to go through these as we go along. But main thing about treasure hunting is you have to approach it as a fun thing. At first I was kind of getting like very competitive and agitated, if you will, and almost stressful, kind of like a stressful thing. And I don't really think that's a good way to approach it. Think of it as a fun thing. If you get lucky enough to find a nice, Spark chest or a nice lump of Upix, that's great. If not, you just keep on hunting, right? So I think that's the number one thing to keep in mind. The second thing is you really need to know your hints, and the hints are important because they guide you through the map, right? They tell you where to go, and you need to be able to instantly identify, especially if you're involved in any of the riot mode treasure hunts, and we're going to go through some of those in a second. But you have to be able to quickly identify whether you're 3 to 10 kilometers away, whether you're 1 to 3 kilometers away, et cetera, et cetera. I do this by looking at the circles. If I see 2 circles, that tells me it's a 3 to 10. If I see 3 circles, that tells me it's a 1 to 3. If I see a gray with multiple, like more than 3 circles, I know that's a 500 to 1 kilometer. And then the reds, you kind of, it's the same thing, but you'll as you do it more and more, you'll get to accustomed to what the reds are telling you, right? So it takes some time, but what I suggest is go to the upland-guide.com, and on his page here, he's got 5 things to understand before treasure hunting. I always keep this available because even though I've been treasure hunting, for a couple of months, sometimes I need to reference it because when you look at them quickly and you're under the pressure and you're under the gun, sometimes you may mix up the 1 to 3 kilometer and the 500 to 1 kilometer, and that's a big distance to mess up, right? So you want to hone your ability to recognize these distance hints very rapidly, all right? So that's a really, really important thing to understand. The next thing is it's about finding Spark, right? It's about finding Spark. And at least for me, and any Upix that you gain is a bonus. That's the kind of way I look at it. Because there's really only a few ways to get Spark in the game. One is to buy it during a Spark week. That means you're going to have to put more money into the game. The other is to find it in treasure hunting. Now, I've probably so far found about, let's see, at least a half a Spark, maybe more treasure hunting. So that's, like $200 worth of, over $200 worth of Spark, right? Now, you're going to get 0.01 Spark here and there for promotions that they're going to do, and that's great. But those don't come too often. So treasure hunting is really the way that you can find spark, and if you can put the time in, you can generate more, get more spark. And spark, as we know, is really critical to the game, right? It's important to the game for building. You can lease your and rent your spark out and make UPIX with it, or even cash in some cases. I see people on Facebook doing that. But spark is a very important element in the game of Upland. So I look at treasure hunting as a quest for spark, right? So the next thing that's important is you need to take your time when treasure hunting, right? When you're doing the standards. Now the standards, maybe this is a good time to go through this. So if we take a look at treasure hunting, right? I'm in San Francisco. This is a tier 1 city. Okay. Well, let me show you that. So San Francisco, it's a tier 1 city. So the low send fees are 25, the max 125, and the default is 50. Your standard returns are 290 UPIX to 8250 UPIX. And this is important because when you're paying 125 UPIX per treasure hunt, when you're doing your standards, you need to get at least these returns to make up for the sends that you're spending money on, right? And my goal is to basically end up even on UPIX at the end. If I have more UPIX than I started with when I treasure hunted, that's great. That's a bonus. But again, for me, it's a quest for spark, right? So, and then you've got your rarities. You got your standards, your limited, exclusives, and your rares, right? So let's take a look at that. So if we go to treasure hunting, again, this is a tier 1 city. It's going to differ depending on the city. But first you have your standards, and these you control, right? I have one free here, which is great, but we'll get to that. But normally in San Francisco, this is 125 UPIX, right? And then the other three, there's the limited, exclusive, and the rares. Those are all time. They come up from time to time, and some of them have stealth mode. Stealth mode means you're not going to get a hint unless you're within 1 kilometer of where the treasure is. So when I say that you need to take your time with waiting for a limited, with the standards, you get 5 minutes with the standards, right? And 5 minutes, as you get better and better at treasure hunting, can be a pretty long time, right? Because you should really be able to find a treasure when you're doing a standard within 4, maybe 5 sends. In some cases, you're going to get lucky. You might get 3 or even 2 sends, right? But really, 4 sends is about the average that I kind of look for, right? So when you think about it, you got 5 minutes to zoom in, zoom out, find the right spots to send to, look at the hints, analyze them, make sure you're not wasting, your sends and stuff. So the advice is to take your time when you're doing your standards, and when you're doing the standards, you're kind of waiting for the other ones to charge up so you can take advantage of them. All right. So that's point number 4 is important. Point number 5, track your treasure and your sends. Now, this is really important because you want to know how many sends you have left for a treasure hunting session, right? You want to know. So you want to be able to, for example, I have the spreadsheet that I do, and this is actually from yesterday. I always put what I started out with, 292,000 is what I started out with. And I track, as I collect sends, I actually put them in this column, and you'll see as I do this today how I do it, so that I know when I'm getting close to 80, right? Because you're going to get a maximum of 80 that you can collect in a day. Plus you get your 3 free sends every 24 hours, right? So that gives you 83 sends to play with. Now, you never want to leave your block explorer with 0 sends. You want to leave at least 1 so you can get to the next send, so you can charge up your sends so you can start your next treasure hunt. I like to leave it with at least 2, okay, maybe 3. So you want to make sure you do that. So have a way to put a spreadsheet together, or it's probably better in a spreadsheet. You can use a piece of paper too to track your sends as you collect them through a session, and also what treasure you're collecting. So every time I collect a treasure, I put in how much UPIX I collected, or if I collect a Spark I put in 0.02. That just tells me it was a spark, right? So you can see in this last session, I had 19 standard treasure hunts. Actually, there was probably two in there that were rares, or maybe even three that were rares or limiteds. So I probably had about 22 actually that day for 80 cents. That's pretty good. In my book, that's pretty good. In a smaller city, and we'll talk about smaller cities in a second, like I started practicing in Rutherford. Rutherford is a very small city, and I used to be able to get up to 25 hunts per 80 collection. So, but I think in a tier one where you're paying more and it's a larger space to navigate, then you're doing well. I think if you can get 20, 22 collections, treasure hunts and collections with 80 cents. All right. So it's important to track your treasure and cents so you know where you are and how many you have left. All right. The next thing is you need to turn off all your distances. All the distractions in the game. So what I mean by that is if we go here and we go to settings, right? So we want all this stuff off. We want marketplace markers off, show FSA markers off. You don't want to see other explorers. Turn off all celebrations. I leave enhanced graphics on. Some people say to turn that off. I leave it on. I've got a pretty powerful gaming PC and GPUs, so I'm not too worried about that. But definitely you want 3D objects off. And this is because this allows you to zoom in and zoom out when you're treasure hunting, because you need to be able to zoom in and zoom out very quickly. Like I use the scroll key on the mouse to scroll in and scroll out. You need to be able to do that very quickly, right? So by having all that stuff turned off, all the 3D, like the buildings and stuff, it just allows you to do that quickly and not see, this way you're not distracted by other block explorers. I turn all that stuff off, okay? So that's an important thing. Turn off all those distractions. The next one that's important is practice and learn in a small city. And this is because it costs you less per standard treasure hunt. And it's cheaper to make your mistakes, right? So if you're a limited UPX budget, you only have about 10,000 UPX, or you don't have a whole lot of UPX, starting out in a small city is a good idea. Now, the city that I started out in was Rutherford, and we'll go over there here. I'll show you Rutherford in New Jersey. And there's Rutherford, and Rutherford is very small, okay? You can see here, Rutherford is, let's see, I think I have a map that I did of Rutherford. Let me just pull that up here. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, so here's Rutherford. Here's the Rutherford map. So you can see Rutherford. I got this inlay here. Don't get too confused. But I do this for any city that I'm going to treasure hunt. I do this I use Google Earth to figure out what 1 kilometer looks like. And you can see here that this is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kilometers diagonally this way, right? It's a very small city. San Francisco is actually 12 kilometers wide, roughly, by about 11 kilometers tall. That's much bigger, right? So Rutherford, your treasure hints, you're not going to probably get beyond like the 1 to 3, right? So, and you can get very good. In fact, I got to the point where I was getting stuff in 3 and maybe even 2 cents. So by picking a city like Rutherford, okay, you can hone your skills, okay, and practice, get to know the indicators, get to the point where you're getting at least 20 plus hunts per 80 cents, probably closer to like 25 for your 80 cents per day. And when you get to that point and you have enough UPX, then you can make your leap to San Francisco, because it's going to cost you more to treasure hunt in San Francisco when you're doing standards. I think the cost in let's take a look. I think the cost in, let's see, Rutherford is a tier, where is it? Tier 4. Yeah, so I think it's 60 UPX. 50 or 60, I can't remember. to per standard, and you're going to get 120 in return. But it's a tier 4, right? So you're not going to get these higher prizes, right? So basically, it's a great place to learn, but you're not going to gain spark. Like, for example, the low end spark that you're going to find in Rutherford is like 0.01 spark. But if you're in San Francisco, the low end spark, the lowest spark you're going to find is 0.02. Big difference. It's 100% more spark in a find. Now you're paying more, but if you have enough UPIX, if you've got 5,000 UPIX and you're good at, you're probably not going to, and if you're good at conserving your sends and managing your UPIX while you're treasure hunting, you're probably going to be okay in San Francisco to start a treasure hunt session with, let's say, 5,000 and end up with maybe 4,800 or even 5,200, right? The whole idea is to be able to get those 20 hunts, right? So that you can at least break even on the UPIX, and then you have those 20 hunts there, hopefully find some spark. I think I read somewhere in the Upland Guides that the average of finding spark and treasure hunting is once out of every 20 hunts. So those 20 hunts are important, right? So anyway, so that's, practice in the smaller city, get to the point where you can get your 20 hunts for your 80 send collections, and then when you're ready, move to a large city. Now, I chose San Francisco because it's a tier 1, okay? San Francisco is a good city to hunt in because it's symmetrical, right? It's not an odd shape. There's a center, and there's 4 edges. You can almost make a square here, right? Now, what I did was I actually did a Google Earth study on the map here, and this actually it's maybe a little bit off, but it's pretty close. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is almost 12 kilometers high and just about the same wide, right? So that will give you, you want to, and that kind of brings us to the next thing, right? Which is, know your distances and your 1K reference, right? Number 8. So I did this, and I went on Google Earth with using the measuring capability to have a good understanding in my mind of what San Francisco, the size of it was, right? And then once I did that, I picked a point on the map that was a roughly 1 kilometer. And what I did was, this is the point I picked right here, the right edge of Golden Gate Park. So if we go to here, the right edge of Golden Gate Park, right here, this is just a little under 1 kilometer. I think it's 0.95 or 0.93 kilometers. But I liked, even though it's a little bit below, I liked it because it's very present, easy. My eye will always go to that when I'm treasure hunting in a quick spot, because I'll have a reference for what a kilometer is, right? So then what I could say is, okay, so here's if I'm zoomed out like this, here's my block explorer. I can go 1, 2, that's 3 kilometers right there, right? So I can quickly get an understanding of how far 3 kilometers is from my block explorer. So let's say that I get an indicator of 1 to 3, right? So this is telling me that the treasure is 1 to 3 kilometers away. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So 1 is here, right? And 3 is here. So somewhere between here is where the treasure is. It's not here, so I can eliminate that area. Somewhere between here is where the treasure is, let's just say, right? So what I would probably do is pick right in the middle, zoom in, and then I would send to there, right? Like I'd probably send to here if I needed sends, or I would send to there, right? So that's why it's important to have a 1K reference. And I have a couple of them, like this is a 1K reference, this is a 1K reference, this is a 1K reference. And as I'm treasure hunting more and more, I know where they are, and my eyes just go to them when I need a reference, right? And I find that to be really helpful in helping you conserve sends and find your treasures quickly. So anyway, that's important. And so you need to have a good understanding of the city that you're your treasure hunting and be able to understand where that 1 kilometer is. Right. All right. So let's take. Oops, sorry about that. Let's take a look at managing and conserving sends. Okay. So this is super important too because you want to get those 20 hunts per your 80 send collected in a day. Right. So what I mean by manage and conserve your sends. This has to do with knowing your distances so you can limit the amount of sends, just like I went through that exercise before, right? And it has to do with using larger properties, okay? Because larger properties, like for example, if I was going to, let me just find a larger property here. So let's say my indication was that the treasure was somewhere around here. I would look at this property to send to here because depending on what it cost me, now that's a lot. 95 UPX, and we'll talk about that in a second. Because when you send to a larger property, you get a bigger area of where the hint is covering, right? So it's going to point, it saves you some time, right? This is probably 300 meters, somewhere around there, okay? Maybe more. Okay, it's a pretty big, right? So you want to try to use the larger properties if the landing spots aren't expensive. Like, let's try to find another one here. But that's 50. That's not bad. 50 UPX is 5 cents, right? So 50 UPX in San Francisco is actually pretty reasonable, right? Sometimes you'll find 35 UPX. Sometimes, that's probably about the lowest. Sometimes you'll find 20. That's probably about the lowest you'll find. Okay, I can't remember. Let's just say, 25. Sometimes you'll find 25 UPX. That's about the lowest you're going to find. Rarely, but usually 50 is about the average. So if you find a 50, you're in good shape. And you use these larger areas to help you conserve your sends, right? So because it gives you a wider spread hint indication, all right? So that's one thing. The other one is, and it's really part of conserving your send, is poke around for, cheaper landing spots. So let's say, for example, I really think the treasure's somewhere around here, right? So I'm going to look at this one. Well, that's 40. Okay, that's reasonable. Let me look at this one. That's 25. Well, I'd go there because if the treasure is somewhere around here, right? These are so close together, I can go here and save myself 15 UPX. And they add up, right? You do 20 hunts and you save, 20 UPX per hunt. That's a lot of UPX, right? What's 400 UPX? So it's only 40 cents, but still, the idea is when you start a treasure hunt, at least in my mind, you want to finish your treasure hunt session having done 20 sessions, 20 hunts, and your UPX balance is either the same as it was or more, right? And by doing this, by poking around, okay, you can conserve your UPX cost, right? And that'll help you. But let's going back to conserving sends, for example, like there's a couple things you could do. Like if you were going to land in a spot, and you could find a spot. Let's see if I can find one here. If you can find a spot that's got 2 sends very close together, like here, right? So if I thought a treasure was somewhere around here, right, and I needed sends, I was down to, let's say, 4 sends, and I needed sends, right? And you'll see this as I go through my treasure hunt. I would probably try to land here, because if I land here, that's 50 UPX. If I go here, that's 30 UPX. All right, so that's probably the one I would choose. If I land there, I can collect both of those sends in one shot because they're going to be close. So that saves me sends. That conserves sends, right? So you want to be you always want to be thinking about conserving sends. And again, as I go through this, these tips are going to start to make more sense, all right? So number 11, poke around for hints all around your block explorer. And what I mean by that is, and we'll see this as I'm doing it. So let's say I think a treasure hunt is, this is probably a bad example, but let's go to here. Okay, let's say I think a treasure is somewhere around here, right? And I put myself here. I send myself to here. Well, I'm not just going to look at this hint, okay, and leave it at that. I'm also going to look at this hint and this hint and this hint and every single hint around here, because it might change. You might be right on the border of changing from a 501k to a 500k. You might be right on the border of that indication. So that would mean that your treasure could be much closer than you think. So wherever your block explorer is, you want to make sure that you poke around in properties to get hints. This is really more for standard treasure hunting, because when you're in the other ones, you're competing, so you want to do things as quickly as possible, and we'll talk more about that in a second. But when you're doing standard treasure hunting, this is what you want to do. You have that 5 minutes to poke around, and you want to use that time, right? So that's important. The other thing that I didn't write down here is that there are a lot of times when you're treasure hunting that you'll have, let's say, 4 minutes left on your clock, and your block explorer you're in the red area, you're very close, and your block explorer is moving in the area where you think the treasure will be. And if you could judge that it might take a minute or two for your block explorer to move into that area where the treasure is you wait those couple of minutes. You poke around, you keep poking around, right? And you wait those couple of minutes so that the block explorer will just go to where the treasure is, and all of a sudden it'll pop up and you didn't waste a send, right? So that's another way to conserve cents. It's really, 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 really important to do that, okay? But you're going to see that as we get into treasure hunting here in a second. Now, the next one is, I don't have any properties in San Francisco. I don't have any properties in Rutherford. Most of my properties are in Detroit. I don't hunt in Detroit because it's a tier 3, I think. Yeah, it's a tier 5, which means it's a big city, and you're not going to make a lot there. So to me, Detroit really should be a tier 4 or tier 3, but they have it as a tier 5. And, I just don't think it's not worth my time to hunt there, right? So in San Francisco, though, if I had it would be much better if I was involved in Upland when San Francisco was released, so I could buy properties in different quadrants around San Francisco, because when you send to your own property, it doesn't cost you anything, right? And you're not wasting a send. That's very beneficial in treasure hunting. So it would really help you a lot if you owned properties in the city that you're treasure hunting in, but you don't need to. For example, I'm in San Francisco. I don't own any properties in San Francisco. I think the floor in San Francisco is like 33,000 UPIX or 35,000 UPIX. That's a lot of money for me right now with my net worth of, I'm just under $1 million, right? To be spending on buying properties when it's only going to cost me a few cents to send, in those areas. Now, I would be able to have more treasure hunts per day if I had properties in San Francisco. And as Queens is now going to be released, my plan in Queens is to buy properties there so that I'll be able to treasure hunt there, because I think it's going to be a tier 2. But you do not have to have properties in the city to be successful treasure hunting. I mean, I'll give you an example right here. You can see this so far this week, I found 1.6 Spark. I got really lucky on an exclusive in San Francisco and found one for 0.12. But I found 2 others at 0.02. So we've got 0.16 Spark that I found just this week in San Francisco. And I don't own a property here. That's a significant amount of Spark to find treasure. It's a nice amount. I got really lucky, okay, with this exclusive one. But that's okay. I could tell you the first time when I decided to move from Rutherford to San Francisco, the first 3 treasure hunts I found 4 Spark, 0.04 Spark, not 4 Spark, 0.04 Spark. 2 sessions I found, 2 hunts I found, a 02, then I found another UPIX, and then I found another 02. My first 3 sessions. So you don't need to have properties in the city, but it would certainly help a lot, and it would give you more treasure hunting, because you'd be able to conserve your sends a lot more, okay? All right, so that's number 12. Number 13, Know when and when not to go after limited and exclusives and the rares. Okay, I that's cut off there, but the rares. And what I mean by this is, especially when you're, for example, the exclusives and the rares are generally what they call stealth hunting. Okay, so stealth hunting means that you're not going to get a hint. The hint is going to be hidden unless you're within 1 kilometer of that treasure. So in a city like San Francisco, where it's basically 11 by 11 kilometers, let's just call it that, 12 by 11, whatever it is, right? For you to needle in the haystack when a rare stealth mode becomes available, to be able to put your block explorer within that 1 kilometer is impossible. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen, right? I don't see a way to do that. Okay, it's a complete needle in the haystack. You know, because you're talking about 11 times 11 square kilometers, right? So what I do is I'm always checking to when these are coming up, and like I did when I won that 0.12. I just happened to be within 1 kilometer of the treasure, and I just quickly acted. Right, I knew what the indicators were. I think I was in 500 meters of it. Within 2 cents, boom, I had it. Right, and you just act quickly. You don't care about what the UPEX cost is to land there. If it's 100, oh well, it's only 10 cents. Right, everybody can afford 10 cents. But you have to act quickly. So what I mean by, when not and when and when not to go after them. The limiteds are different because they're going to show you hints no matter where you are on the board, on the map, right? You're going to have a better chance if you're closer because there's going to be, right now, let's just say they got 17 people competing in San Francisco. So when a limited comes up, it's going to be, competitive. So you're going to have to move quickly. The closer you are to it, the better, because you'll have less sends, but you're going to have a better chance of finding those. These two, when they're in stealth mode, which they generally are, I believe, you've got to be lucky to have your block explorer kind of like in the right place at the right time to get them. Now, some people just happen to get really lucky. I haven't found a way. If anybody knows a better way, I'd love to hear it in the comments of knowing how to get, when these come up, how to instantly get where in that 1 kilometer circle. Because just think about it, all right? A 1 kilometer circle is about the size of your block explorer, right? This circle kind of is, right now, let's say if we put this, I can't move it over here, but right now, if I put it like, that's about a 1 kilometer circle. So for me to have my block explorer where that stealth treasure is, if I'm over here, right, when it comes up, how the hell am I going to know where it is? It's impossible, right? So unless, there's bots, like some people say there's bots. I don't believe there's bots in treasure hunting because I can't figure out how someone would code that. But in any event, no, the point is, when the stealth treasures are around, like if you're not within that 1 kilometer, don't waste your time, don't waste your sends, don't waste your money, right? The limiteds you can go after because they're going to give you indications no matter where you are on the map. But the exclusives and the rares, if they're stealth, don't waste your time unless you're right in the zone. But if you're in the zone, in that 1K zone, act quickly because chances are there's going to be 1 or 2 other people in that zone. And if they are, they're going after it too, right? So that's important, all right? The last thing is, before we start treasure hunting, tomorrow is another day. And just like Upland, this is a long game, It's not a get-rich-quick thing, Took me 2 months to go from 0 to almost $1 million in net worth. Now, I've got about $600 invested, but it was a lot of buying of properties, a lot of treasure hunting, it was a lot of this, that, and the other thing. It's a long game. There's some days that I treasure hunt and I don't find any spark. There's some days that I treasure hunt and I end up with exactly the same amount that I started with, okay? Or maybe less, or maybe a little more. Sometimes I've hit a few 7,000s and 3,000s in San Francisco, UPIX. They're rare, but I've hit them, okay? And sometimes I've come up ahead, okay? But many times, most of the time, I'll do 20 hunts and I won't find any spark. You know, there's a lot of times that doesn't happen. You don't get discouraged. Just move on to the next day. It's a long game, and if you approach it that way, then I think you'll have much more success with it. All right. So those are my 14 treasure hunting tips. I'm sure there's others have other things that they think about. This is kind of like how I broke it down and what I've learned. And now we're going to go into this. We're going to do a treasure hunt. I'm going to go through the whole thing today, like what I normally do. And we'll see who we can find. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some spark. Now, the thing is, I really don't want to go over 1 million because I'm only 30K away, right? And next week is Spark Week. So if I want to go over 30K, I want to go over 1 million on Monday after 12 noon Eastern, because instead of 0.5 spark, I'll get 0.6 spark. That's an extra 0.1 spark. That's like an extra, $47 worth of spark. So listen, if I get the UPIX today, if I hit a 50,000 UPIX thing today, great. But I'm hoping I don't because I would rather find spark and break even on UPIX today, because like I said, I'm holding off moving to director status until next week when Spark Week's around. So let's hope that we don't hit any big ones. All right. So let's get to this. Now what I'm going to be doing here as I'm going. You see, I'm going to. Okay, let's start here. So I've got 10 cents. All right, because I've collected my 3 overnight that I get from Upland every day. You can only carry 11, right? So I've got 10. So I'm ready to go. All right. I collected 6 overnight, just getting ready. I usually do that because after 8 p.m., I think you start to collect them again. You start to be able to collect them. So I collected 6 overnight. All right. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this, right? Because we're going to start fresh. I'm going to say 6. I collected 6 so far. So I've got, 74 more to go that I can collect. My starting UPIX is 3, 5, 3, 6, 2, 1. All right. I got really lucky. I sold a property with a building on it last night in the middle of the night for like 64,000 UPIX. So I got a nice chunk of UPIX ready for Queens. I'm really excited about that. All right. So, and you can see here, I keep track of all the spark that I make for the week. And the only reason why I do that is, one, I want to know. Well, there's 2 reasons. I want to know. Secondly, the first couple of weeks, I had a problem where they didn't pay me enough all the spark that I was owed. I had to contact support, and I had to show them proof on the blockchain of when I got these spark, right? So what I do is every time I win a spark, I usually go to the EOS blockchain and I pull down the transaction where I received that spark, so I can show them, if I have to show support, where I got the spark. Anyway, it's only happened a couple times, but maybe I'm a little paranoid. But that's just something that I do. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this on the screen here. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller. So I don't want it to completely interfere with the treasure hunting. I'll make this a little smaller so you guys can see it, but and we'll leave that up there. Okay, so now let's just take a look at where we are here. And again, I'm going to drive through this and kind of speak to what's in my mind, what's going through my mind as I treasure hunt, right? Normally I do this, obviously, with my own inner monologue, but now I'm going to be outer monologuing it, if you will. So let's take a look at the treasure. So right now I got my free spawn, which is cool. Oh, we got 45 4 minutes, 51 seconds for the first limited. So we'll take advantage of that. I got 10 cents. Okay. And we'll see if we can find that. So we got a countdown here. So that's nice. We get to start off with a limited. Maybe we get lucky. There's a lot of waiting in treasure hunting. Like, for example, I have to wait here 5 minutes. So let's just see where we are. So we're okay. Now, I don't really need cents because, like I said, I got 10 cents, so I'm good for that. That's really good. I got 10. I can collect 74. So that's giving me 84 cents that I really basically have to use, which is good. All right. So we should easily be able to get 20 in. So let's, what I like to do is let's hone in here. Now this chess piece button is really important. You know, if I'm zoomed out here, right, I click that chess piece and that gives me exactly the first level zoom, right, into the map. And that's really important. Really, really, really important. All right. All right, so let's, and what's nice here is I'm over top of some larger properties, so I can get my first tint on a large property, which is really good. So it'll give me indication. And then I'm going to use I'm going to zoom out here, and I'm going to use my 1 kilometer, right, 1 kilometer right there to figure out where it's going to go. And I'm going to try this. Now, the limited one is competitive, right? There's other people. Let's just take a look at how many people are here. We got 26. That's a lot. It's riot mode, which is good. So if we get lucky and we find it, then it's going to be a nice chunk. But I'm not getting my hopes up on this one. I'm not getting my hopes up on this one. I think I'll make this a little smaller. You guys can see it. I want to leave as much as the map available as possible so you can see the map. All right. Well, while we're waiting, guys, if you are interested in joining Upland, there is a referral link in the description, okay? And if you join up using that referral link, your first purchase of UPIX, you'll get a 50% bonus up to 50,000 UPIX. So if you purchased $100 worth of UPIX, which is 100,000 UPIX, you would get a bonus of 50,000. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend buying in for $50 to get 50,000 UPIX and get your 25,000 bonus, because that'll keep you under the 100,000 net worth. Because once you go to 100,000 net worth, you can't mint non-FSA properties, which are the properties there for beginners and people that are new. You want to be able to take advantage of that for as long as you can. So my recommendation, even though I'd get a bigger bonus if you buy $100 worth, just buy 50. Just if you're going to join up, use the referral link. $50 worth of UPIX gets you 50,000, plus you'll get an extra 25,000. So make sure you take advantage of that. I didn't take advantage of that when I started, and I kind of wish I did. It would have helped me. But anyway, just check that out. All right. So we got a minute 13, minute 12 to go before this limited is available. And what I like to do is, once it's like 2 seconds, I'll close this up, and this is going to be tough. 26 people. It's going to be tough. This one's going to be really tough, but who knows? We may get lucky. We may get lucky. Saturday is not a great day to treasure hunt because there's so many people treasure hunting. During the week, in the mornings, you'll come on here and there'll be like 15, 14 people. Much better, right? Much more, less competitive. So I work from home, so I'm able to do that. All right, so we got 28 seconds here to go after this limited. Maybe we get lucky. Let's see. I don't want to waste a lot of cents on it because it's, very competitive. But if I get a close indicator here, I might go for it. If I get a long indicator, I probably won't. This is what I said. There's a good time to do it and good time not to. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So let's just check treasure. All right, so it's within 3 to 10. So that's you know, that's going to be tough. So it's going to be somewhere around in here. It's going to be tough. Someone's going to find that. I'm not even going to waste the cents on it. That's just my philosophy. If it was a 1 to 3, I would go for it, or certainly any of these. But if it was 3 to 10, it's almost impossible because you'll see how quickly, especially with 10 people. Let's just see. It's still active, but it's going to be a quick one. All right. So I'm not going after that one. Let's just take a look at the history here. So the last spark was 0.04 spark. When it says 40, that basically means 0.04. All right. If it says 80, that means 0.08. 2 hours ago. This guy wins a lot of spark. I think this is the dude that won 1.6 million UPIX last week too in San Francisco, which was quite a score. There was a 0.8 6 hours ago. So we're probably, we may be getting into a spot where we're going to see a decent spark. This is still going on, so I'm surprised. We might have had a shot at that one. Well, it's too late now, but next time we'll definitely do it. All right, so what we're going to do now, though, is we're going to go back to this. And you might see me flip to this from time to time, because, and actually I like to have this up when I'm searching so I could just quickly reference it. All right, let's get to it. So let's get to here. Yeah, so now it's charging. Let's just see what it was. All right, so it took him 37 seconds to find it. 450 UPIX. Oh well. Okay. All right, so we're gonna activate our free standard. Let's go after this. So here we go. We're spawning that. Now we got 5 minutes. So the clock's going to show up over here on the right. So now first thing we do is let's just take a look. So we're 3 to 10. So 3 to 10 away. So I'm going to scroll out here. There's my indicator. So I'm 1, 2, 3 is right there. 10 is right. So it could be anywhere between that plus mark and here. So I'm just going to go right in here and see where we are. Get a big property if I can find one decent size that's reasonable. 50's okay. I'll take 50. Go there. I don't need sends. So zoom out, zoom in. Let's see. All right, 3 to 10 still, right? All right, so this is all park here. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. It's probably right in here. If it's not in here, then it's over the other side of the park. So I'm going to go to Trader Joe's here. What's this going to cost? 50? That's reasonable because it's a big one, and this is going to tell me a lot. Okay, that's 1 to 3. I think. Was that 1 to 3? Yeah, 1 to 3. All right, so that's 2 cents. So here we go. 1. So it's probably somewhere in here. Come on. 90, that's too much. I'm not paying 90. So let's just go to here. 35, that's reasonable. I got 8 cents left. So we're not limited on cents. So now let's just zoom in here. We should see red. Nope. Wow, that's 1 to 3. So this one is taking some time. We still got 3 minutes, so let me just make sure I got that right. Now here, let's do the poke around thing. So let's go here. Still 1 to 3. All right, so 1 to 3 kilometers away. All right, it's odd. So it's probably in here. It's probably in here. $35. Let's try in here. Hopefully we'll get a red one. All right, that's good. So now we're 200 to 500. So 200 to 500. Let's just poke around a little bit, see if we can get anything closer. Nope. Is that one? No, that one's not red. We still got 2 minutes left, so I'm not too worried about time. All right, so this is definitely within a half a kilometer. So This is probably about 1 kilometer, so it's probably, I want to say it's right in here. Hundred's too much. 100's too much. 50's okay. Hopefully we'll get lucky. Sometimes it just takes more sends. All right, now we missed it. We went too far. All right, so boom, boom, here. Not doing a too good a job in this first one. That's for sure. Oops. All right, now we're close. All right, so now we can poke around. This is within 200 meters. All right, so that's very close. So it's either there or there. I'm going to choose this one, 50, and we should get it. Here we go. All right. That one took a lot, unfortunately. But let's see what we get here. Go to our treasure chest. Open that up. And then we're going to track how much we got here. 290. That's the minimum. All right, so we're just, we've started with 53.6621. We're at, it cost us, after we got our back, we're still just about even. I mean, what, 30 epics, right? So that's not too bad. Okay. I could have done a better job in that one, I think. So let's check our sends. We got 3 sends left. So now I use 7 sends to get there. That's a lot. That's a lot. Let's just check our treasures. We have no modes, no limited exclusives or rares. Let's just see if there's any sends around here. Because sometimes if there was one down here and I might run into it, I would just wait so I could collect it without sending. That's part of conserving sends, right? Yeah, so unfortunately we don't have anything. So we're going to, all right, let's go to treasure hunt. Now we're going to pay $1 or 12.5 cents, 125 upics to spawn. All right, so let's go spawn, confirm. All right, we got 5 minutes, so let's just check it out here and see. So this is 1 to 3 up in that area, right? Oh, sorry, 3 to 10. 3 to 10. So I zoom out here. Now I want to find a place with some sends. It's going up this way. So there's 1, 2, 3. That's 3. So it's between Golden Gate Heights and this plus sign. I'm just going to go right here. See if I can find some sends. There's 2 close together. So that's 100. That's too much. That's 100. That's too much. Gouging you. 20. Beautiful. Don't pay for gouge sends. These people are gouging. Now I could pick up 6. Boom. Now I got 9. 2 more. I just picked up 8. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say I picked up 8. Now I'm recharged, right? So let's just see where we are here. All right. So we got to go down. This is 1 to 3. All right. 1 to 3 kilometers. So we got plenty of sends now. So there's our marker, right? So there's 1. So it's between this street here, 2, 3. So I'm going to say somewhere in here. There's a nice big property for 50. We'll take that. 10 cents left. Boom. We got 3.5 minutes left. We're plenty of time. And this is going to tell us this is within a kilometer, right? So it's 500 to a kilometer. So I'm going to zoom out here, right? There's my 1 kilometer marker. So here is 1 kilometer, right about there, right where the Whole Foods is. This is 500, so it's somewhere in here, right? It's more than 500, it's somewhere in here. So I'm going to go over here, right in here. See what kind of properties I got. There's a lot of properties here. Somebody sees, find a cheap one. 30, that's good. 30. And let's just see how we did here. Hopefully we'll get some red. Nope. All right, so we just overshot it a little bit. We overshot it a little bit. So my guess is it's probably up here. 35. I should have poked around. I said, see, I didn't follow my own rule. I should have poked around because I might have been on the cusp of a red one. There we go. All right, so that's we're very close here. We're within 50 within. Now see, I'm poking around here just to make sure it's diagonal, and you might get one of these that. How much time we got? 2 minutes. We got. Okay, so we're still looking diagonal. I just keep. Oh, now we're going straight up. So it's straight up from there, within 200 meters. So it's probably not here, but it's probably like right here. I would say that's 125. No way. No way, dude. Come on. Wow. I got to pay 125 UPIX for this treasure? No choice. Let's just make sure. See, within 200 meters. 50 to 200. Does this give me an indicator? Okay, well, that's telling me it's diagonal from this guy. Does this give me an indicator? This is up from that guy, so it's up here. How much is this one? 50. Let's take a chance. Maybe we could save our. I know this is up. Beautiful. So I saved 75 UPIX, right? And I found the treasure. Let's see. I landed pretty close to it. So that was. There's an example of conserving, right? 125 here, no way, right? 50 here, save some money, save some UPIX. Now I got my treasure. So let's see what the hell we got here. Oh, 825. So now I'm pretty much guaranteed I'm going to break even. Pretty much, right? 825, that's a good feeling. Now I don't really have to worry too much about breaking even on UPIX. Now it would be good if I can get ahead, but I don't want to get it more than 30,000 because I don't want to go over $1 billion. All right, so let's check our sends. We got 6 sends left. And so I guess we did that in 4 sends. That's not too bad. That's kind of the what we're going after. Look, 22 players. Okay, so just checking out here. No, we got no limiteds, exclusives, or rares. All right, so we got 6 sends. So let's get our markers up here, and let's spawn 125. All right, so let's see. That would be within 3 kilometers, 1 to 3. Okay, so we're going to zoom out here. So we're going to measure it up. So 1 kilometer is about there. 2, 3 kilometers is about there. So here's 1. This is 3. So I'm going to go right around in here. And this is a nice big piece right there. 50. Okay, that's reasonable. Especially since we just found that 825. All right. So now we can zoom in here. Zoom in here. All right, we got, we're still 1 to 3. So I'm going to say we're probably closer to 1 because we came down so much. So probably, I'm going to say it's right about here. $100, too much. 50. All right, we'll pay 50. 50 still gouging. We're gonna have 4 sends left after this. I probably should have gone to a property with some sends. So hopefully we'll get a red one. Give me a red one, please. All right, good. So within 2 to 500, right? Is that right? Now let's poke over here. Still 2 to 500. Let's poke over here. We've got 3 minutes left, so I'm not worried about it. All right, so this is a good one. This big one is telling us it's within 2 to 500 of this. Okay. So, and my block explorer is kind of moving in the right direction, and I got 3 minutes left. So I'm not going to be too quick to act here, right? All right, this is telling me directly over that way. So if this is 2 to 5, so if I was going to try to figure this out, I would probably put it at about here, right there, somewhere near. But I want to see if I can get some additional hints as my guy rises here. Yeah, so does this one work? Yeah, let's see if the green one works. You see, I'm just poking around here. I doubt this is probably out of reach. This is probably out of reach. Yeah. All right, so this is saying it's directly to the right. This is saying it was up, so my guess is it's in here. And 200 to 500 meters, I'm going to call it here. 20, worth a shot. It's pretty decent. I'm running low on optics. I mean on sends, so hopefully I'll find this quickly. Now am I probably moving in the direction of it? I am. Okay, so very close here. I may stumble upon it. We'll see. Without another send. No, it's down this way. That sucks. But I got to make this one count. I got to make this one count. So I'm trying to figure out the... All right, so it's 50 meters away from there. Let's see if I get an indicator on that one. Nope. 50 meters away from there. No. Do I get one on that one? Nope. Do I get one on this one? Nope. Do I get one on this one? Nope. So it's 50 meters away from that. Let's just go over here. Just get this one. Nope. So 50 meters away from there. So I'm going to go here. Oh, it's expensive. 35. Hopefully I'm close because I'm running out. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Right on it, pretty much. All right, I'm going to have to get some sends now, but let's see how we did with this treasure here. All right, 290, that's the minimum. But we're still ahead of where we started, so let's check our... Now, I'd be in a bad spot right now with 2 sends because if a rare or an exclusive comes up, I can't go after it. I don't have enough, so I'm kind of like in a hurry here to boost up my sends. Now, I'm not really moving in the area of any, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate a standard, and then my next sends are going to be to spots that have airplanes on them. So let's go to that because I need to get some upics here or some sends. All right, we got 5 minutes. That's 3 to 10 kilometers. So 1, 2, 3, and 10 is to the top. So let's go in the middle here by the Cathedral of St. Mary and see if we can find some sends around here anywhere. Any sends? No? What's wrong with the map? It's not showing up all the properties. It's messed up. This has been happening a lot. It's taken a while to fill in. Okay, there's a couple sends. So let's go here. 50. Hopefully I'll get a big chunk here, like 6. 3. All right, that's good. Let's mark it. 3. All right, this one close enough. Nope, that sucks. But I'm doing better. So let's just see. We got, that's 1 to 3. So let's go zoom out. There's 1. Call 3 the red dot. I'm going to call it right around here near Tenderloin. Let's just see if we can find a place with some sends around here. There's a place with a send. Let's see how much is that one. 50. 50. 20. Good. All right, hopefully that gets us closer and we pick up 2 sends. So now I'm going to add to that just 5. All right, we still got a lot left. All right, that's within a kilometer, right? Yeah, that's within a kilometer. So that's 500 to 1. And where is it down? I think it was down. We still got 3 minutes left. Yeah, down. So let's just poke around here though and see if it changes. This guy. Yep. Okay. So we know it's within 500 to 1 kilometer. Right? There's 1 kilometer, right? So there's 1 kilometer right there, about there. There's 500. So it's at least there. So I'm just going to go right here. And take a big property, 50, sure. It's only a nickel. And hopefully this will give us a good indication. All right, so now we're in 200 to 500. All right, so this is probably about 500. 200 to 500. But let's just poke around and see if we can get more indication. Nope. My block explorer is moving in the wrong direction. 200 to 500. So let's just see here. Nope. 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 All right, 200 to 500. So let's just see what that means. So this is 500 right there. 10th Street. So it's within 200 of, so somewhere in here. It's got to be somewhere in here. Oh, some big properties here. Let's go to 70, too much. 25, beautiful. We got 4 sends left. Hopefully we'll hit it. And this send is pretty close, so maybe we'll get that send. Yeah, we're moving that way. It's good. All right. Very close. Let's see, which way are we moving here? Okay. It's very close. What's the clock? Minute left. All right, so we're going to have to probably send to it. I don't think we're going to discover it. So let's just look here. That's within 50 meters. I'm going to say it's right here. Hopefully, because we only have 2 sends left. Nope, we missed it. Shit. That's right here. Now we're going to have 1 send left. That's cutting it close. We're going to definitely have to get more sends, but that's all right. All right, so let's get see what this treasure has to hold. 290. All right, we'll take it. Now let's hopefully we're moving towards the send if we get lucky here. Nope. All right. All right, so let's see. We can't really take advantage of any of these right now, so let's spawn another one. And our next send has to be to a place with an envelope because we only got 1 left in our bag. So 20. Let's see, 1 to. That's 1 to 10. Wow. So think about this now. This is 1. Well, is that so 3 to 10, right? 3 to 10. Sorry. 3 to 10. Yeah, 3 to 10 kilometers. So we're at least 1, 2, 3. At least here. Probably somewhere in here. So let's see if we can find some sends in here. Well, there's 2. There's 1 send. I'd love to find that one that's got 2. But we're not going to get that. So I'm going to go here. Hopefully this is cheap. 40. We'll take it. 40. Pick up that send. 2 cents. I was hoping for a bigger one. All right, let's see. He leaves us with 2. That's 1 to 3. How many cents we got? We got 2 cents, yeah. So 1 to 3. So it's at least 1. So it's probably over here. I'm going to go right there where there's a send. Oh, 100. No, thank you. 100. Come on, you gouger. 50. 2 cents. So we'll just add that to that. There's a 4. All right, that's within 1 kilometer, 1 to 500. See, it's this one right here. So Let's see, we're right around Golden Gate Park, which is our reference. I don't think we can pick up this send, can we? No. We got 2.5 minutes left. So this is 1. This is 500, so it's probably in here somewhere. How many sends do we have left? I think we said we had 2 left. Yeah, we have 3 sends left. So let's go to there. Hopefully we get lucky. It's moving the opposite direction. That sucks. It's great when your block explorer is moving in the direction of the arrow, because then you could just let it go hunt, you know. So this is still within 500 meters. So, and we only got 2 sends. There's no sends around here. I know I'm cutting it close. Let's see. I'm in a dilemma here. I think I'm going to go here and pick these sends up. I know this is not something I normally do, but I'm worried about not having enough sends. All right, there's 4. Good. All right, that was a wasted send, but what can I do? I run too low. So there's 2 to 500. I'm moving in the opposite direction, unfortunately. But let's poke around to see if we get a redder arrow, more red arrow, if you will. All right, so it looks like it's, yeah, so even from here, it's within 200 meters of this right here, right? Yeah. So 200 meters is going to be 2 to 5. So 5, let's just try to be really exact about this. 5 is probably about here. 2 is here. So I'm going to say it's right around here. Big one. 20. Beautiful. Let's go there. Now I hope I end up with 20. Oh, we're still far away. Damn it. But I'm moving in a good direction. Only got 42 seconds left. Ooh, this is, you know, it's hard when you're streaming because talking and, you know, wasting time thinking. I hope I don't run out here. I'm going to go right here. I got 21 seconds left. We can do it. Oh, come on, that doesn't help. It's right over here. 10 seconds left. It's right here. Oh, we got it. See, we discovered it without having to go there. All right, that was lucky. Hopefully we'll get a big one. We haven't gotten any spark yet, though, unfortunately. But all right, there's 290. All right, so now this next one I'm going to do without talking because I kind of have, gone through exactly my thought process over these last 5 hunts, right? So I need to build up my sends because I want to be able to go after, you know, one of the 30 seconds. Well, I'm just going to wait here because if I'm within a kilometer, I got 3 sends. Let's just wait 26 seconds here and see if we're within a kilometer. If we're not, well, then we're going to discard it and just move on. But it's worth waiting because I'll have 2 sends to try to find it. So let's see. How many people? 17. All right. So we got 10 seconds. Maybe we get lucky here and land right on it. Wouldn't that be cool? All right. Let's go to here. Let's check it out. We're all recharging. All right. We're nowhere near. Now I could actually just like test around the tail. See, it says one hint hidden. That means we're not within a kilometer, right? So I can go here. No. I'll check all around the block explorer to see if it's anywhere within the range, you know. But no, I'm nowhere near it. So I am not going to waste my time and my sends on trying to find this guy. Just not going to happen. All right. All right. So let's regroup here. We got 3 sends. And this one I'm going to do here with limited talking. All right. Let's go to treasure hunt. We'll check and see who gets that and how much. Let's spawn. All right. Keep doing that. All right, 3 to 10 kilometers away. So let's, and down to the right. So 3, that's a long way away. Let's see, let's go 1, 2, 3. So between here and here, somewhere between here. So let's try to find some sends in here. I need some sends. I need sends. I need sends. We'll go here. Pick those up. 3. All right, we'll take the 3. All right, we're within 1 to 3 kilometers. So 1 would be here. Sunnyside. 3 would be 2, 3. So somewhere in here, we're going to try and see if we can find some sends, because I need sends. Give me a send. Nothing. Nothing. All right. Well, I think I'm going to have to go without the send. One to 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go in here. $50. We got 5 cents. All right. 3 minutes. All right. That would be still 1 to 3. So probably within 1. I'm going to go in here. I need a send. So I'm going to go here. $4. Beautiful. Make this 7. All right. So let's see where we are here. Hopefully, give us a red. Nope. All right. That's within a kilometer. That's within 1 click. So there's 1 click right here. Jost Avenue's a half a click. So we're going to go right here. 50 upix for this big playground. All right. Now we're within 500 meters. But my block explorer is moving down, which is good. So let's see if we can explore to the right. Okay, that's good. Now we're getting a better indication. So let's just keep going. Keep going. Maybe we'll get a deeper red one. Nope. All right, it's 500 meters to the right of this green guy. So 200 to 500. So there's my reference. This is my reference here. So that's 500. So this is 500. So it's within this space in here. How much time we got? We got a minute left. Yeah. Should have gone to the first one. There we go. All right, that's not good. Down to the right, I'm going to say it's right here. It's 100, it's too much. 40. There we go. Boom, we got it. Right on it. Pretty close to it. All right, we got 4 sends left. So let's see what we get in this treasure. All right, another 825. That's helpful. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. Not too many people watching live, but that's okay. Hopefully, as I do these, we'll get more people watching. I've kind of switched over the content of my my channel. All right, so what do we got? 4 sends. Let's take a look and see if there's anything active. Nope. All right, let's spawn. All right, let's just see. 3 to 10 kilometers away. So we got a ways to go. There's 1, 2, 3. So right about here, between here, and it could be between here. So I'm going to go up here. I need sends. So let's go to this area. Hopefully we zoom in and we find a couple of sends. I'll take that guy. 20, beautiful. I thought the minimum was 25, but I guess not. Here's 3 sends. All right, we're slowly getting towards our maximum of 80 for the day, collecting 80 for the day. So we got, that's 1 to 3. Let's just poke around here. We got a little time, still got 4 minutes. All right, 1 to 3. There's 1, 2, 3, so maybe somewhere in here. Grab the send, 35, that's reasonable. And take that, 3 sends, make that 6. That's within 1 kilometer. Let's be scientific about it. So here's 1 kilometer. Here's 500 meters. So it's probably somewhere in here. It's between 500 and it's probably somewhere in here. 20, beautiful. Decent sized property. And cheap to land on. Hopefully we get red. We do. We're a little far, but we're moving down, which is good. So we still got almost 3 minutes left. So I'm going to just keep poking. See if I can get a brighter red one, closer red indicator. Still within 2 to 500. So we're not on that hairy edge, as they say. All right, so I'm going to say it's within 2 to 500. Let's just zoom out here. This is 500 right there, Greary Boulevard. So it's probably on this side. Oh, I got to see where, I forgot which direction. Down, straight down. Okay, so let's go to Greary. I'm going to say it's here. 45, that's reasonable. Come on. All right, we're moving towards it, so that's a good sign. We only got a minute left, though. Okay, so it's over here. Yeah, it's over here, so I'm going to have to do another send. Yeah. Yeah, it's down here. It's probably right here. 50. Probably right there. Come on, man. That stinks. Right there. Ooh, 125. Come on. 50. That was too many, but that's all right. Like I said, I think if I wasn't talking and trying to describe what I'm doing, I probably would be a lot more conservative with the sends, but I'm trying to show you guys the thought process that I go through. All right, so 4 sends left here. So let's just take a look at treasures. There's nothing in. We got this one here. We only got 4 sends. So this is kind of a risk, right? We got 4 sends. That's, you want to have 6 sends, I think. That's. So I'm not sure I would wait here. I probably would, I'm going to spawn one. I'm going to go after it. Maybe I can get this one quickly, and then I come back and get that limited. All right, that's 3 to 10. So we're pretty far away. So 1, 2, 3. It's probably somewhere in here. If there's a send in here, I would love life. There isn't. There's one here. Be cheap. Come on. I don't, nope, I'm not spending 100. That's why you got to poke around. There's one right next to it for half the price. All right, we're going to take 2 cents. That's lame. All right, and then we're going to check, and we're within a kilometer now. So there's a kilometer. There's 500, so probably around here. Nope, not spending 100. Not spending 100. I will spend 50. All right, but we're going to probably miss that limited. That's all right. Let's see. Okay, now we got 500, and we're kind of moving in the right direction. All right, so 500. How much time we got? 3 minutes. All right, see how that turned darker red? This one's a 200 to 500. Let's pull this up here. It's a 200 to 500, but then if I go over to this corner here, it's a 200 to 50. So that tells me that's why you need to poke around, because now as I get up here, this is telling me it's up here somewhere, right? So it's telling me it's up here somewhere. Now I got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to let it cross this street. Okay, we're going to let it cross the street, and then until I can get an there, I get an indicator there. Okay, can I get one here? Yep. I'm not in a super hurry here, because I want to try to do this in one send if I can. All right, that's within 50. That's in 50 and 100, so. I'm not getting any indicators over here. I'm starting to run out of time. Well, 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. All right, so this is up from here, so it's probably somewhere in here. I'm going to say right here. Boom. Right on it. How do you like me now? Yeah. All right, let's just see what we get here. All right, 413. Good. Anything over 290, I'm happy with. Again, I'm looking for spark, right? All right, we got 8 hunts under our belt, and we got about 40 sounds left. So we're doing okay. We missed that limited, right? Yeah, we missed the limited. Oh, no, it's 30 seconds. Well, let's just see if we're close. We can wait 30 seconds to see if we're close. If we're close, like, we may be really, who knows? We may be like within 50 meters. If so, I've had that actually happen. I won a 0.05 spark one time during Spark Week. I came into the map on my phone. I was just looking at my phone, and all of a sudden I had treasure on, and boom, it came up. I just hit it, and it was like complete luck. And that can happen. So let's just see, though. We're probably not lucky. Too far away. That's between 3 and 10 kilometers. So I'm not going to take a chance on that with only 3 sends. It's not going to happen. All right, so let's just see if we got sends around here anywhere. We're moving this way. Can I wait? No sends. Well, there's one way over here. That would probably take about 10 minutes to get to. Now, to be honest with you, normally, right now, if I wasn't streaming, I probably would take a break, and I would let this guy go right across here. Let's see what else we got here. And I would get this send, provided that someone else doesn't pick it up, right? But in the interest of time, I'm not going to do that. You know, certainly if it was like here, I definitely would wait and just let it pick the send up, all right? But we're not going to do that. We're going to press on for the stream, for the value of entertainment. All right, so let's go to spawn. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a look at some of what people find. At 900, oh, this guy got 10,000 upics. I don't want big upics. I want spark, especially today. I don't want to go over 1 million until Monday, so I can get that extra spark. All right, so let's go to treasure. Let's spawn another one. This will be our 9th hunt, I guess. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got here. We said 3 cents left. There's 3 to 10. So we got a long way to go. 3 to 10. So 3 puts us here. 10 puts us about here. I'm going to go right around here. See if I can find a send or 2. 2 together would be awesome. I got 1 there. The map has some problems. It's not filling in properly. I'm just looking around for a place where I could find 2 cents together, but you don't often find that. And I'll probably just take the 1. Well, these are pretty close, but let's take what do we got there? Let's take this guy here. 50. We had 2. Now we got 5. Add that to the total. Oh. All right. Let's see. That would be 1 to 3 kilometers down to the right. So there's 1. There's 3. So somewhere here maybe. Seems like. Well, this is a big one. Let's see what that's going to... 40. Now this is the perfect thing. It's a big property. I'm going to get a lot of indication from it. So let's just take a look. All right, so I know it's within 500 meters. Right? And which way is my block explorer moving? The opposite way. I'm not getting lucky with that today. Not getting lucky with that today. So 500, 200 to 500. So let's see. There's our dog patch. So 500 would be here. Right at the road. So it's probably right in here. Probably right in here. I'm going to guess right here. Beautiful. Wow. Check that out. Oh, are you kidding me? That's what treasure hunting's about. Was that 3 cents? I think. I lose track sometimes. I think it was 3. But that's how you do it. Limit the distance. It's only 290, but it's all right. Sometimes I miss keeping track of the cents, so I'll end up I'll be at like 70, and all of a sudden I'll run out. I'll hit my limit. And I'll be like, geez, what the hell happened? But hopefully I'm on today, because like I said, you want to leave yourself with at least 3 cents when you're done. All right, so can I travel and pick anything up? Oh, see, this is perfect right here. I'm moving towards that, okay? There's 2 right together. I think what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to let my block explorer just roam up here, and because he's moving, you can see he's moving up and to the left. Every once in a while, he moves to the left. Let's just zoom in and see what he's doing. I don't want to waste the time. Like, I think he might clip this one. If I draw a straight line up here, it would be like put him right there. So I'll probably get this guy, but it's going to take a little time. And, normally I would do this like 3 or 4 times a session. And so there's 3 cents that you would save just by doing that, right? And that's a lot, right? If you can save 3, 4, if you could save 4 cents, that's an extra treasure hunt. I'll look at it that way, right? I'm not sure if this is going to make it, though. Like, I think this is, guys, if I draw a line, sometimes these guys jag left and right. But if I draw a line, it puts me right here. And my block explorer would be right here. It might be just a little too far. So I think we're going to nix it. All right, let's, we got 3 cents, right? 3 cents, yeah. So, and we've done 9 treasure hunts. We could probably, we're going to get close to 20, hopefully. If I can get another good one like that. So, all right, we don't have enough to go after those anyway. So let's spawn. for 125. And let's see where we are here. 3 to 10. You can see the arrows right here. So we're 3 to 10 kilometers away. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to count it out. 1, 2, 3. So 3 is there. 10 is all the way to the top. We know that. So I need to get some sends. So I'm going to go probably right in here. I may be too short. I may be too far. But the whole idea is to get some sends, right? There's 1. Can't find 2 together. I need 2 together. I need 2 together. All right, I'm taking a chance by going way up here, but I think I'm going to do it just to get the sends. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But we'll pick these 2 up. There's 3. There's 3. So there's 6. Beautiful. All right, now we're pretty stoked with sends. So let's see how far. Okay, we got to go 1 to 3 kilometers to the left. Well, it can't be here because you got that big park. 1 is here, so it's probably on Lombard Street, right around here. I've actually been to Lombard Street. It's the one that has the spaghetti descending street, I think it is. All right, let's see how we do here. Give us a red one, huh? All right, that's good. 5 to 200. It's got to be in here, right? 5 to 200. Let's just see what 5 is. We got 3 minutes. We got plenty of time to do our measurements. So 5 would be right here at the edge. So 2 would be here. So it's going to be, let's just make sure we got the direction right. Let's poke around a little bit. All right. Yeah, so let's go right here. Oh, let's get it. Come on, let's get it. Here. 35. Let's take a shot. Come on, get it. Get that treasure on this 1 send. That's what we want. Or at least let us move to it. All right. Oh, we were close. We were close. Now we're moving down, so we're not going to... Yeah, look, it's over here. It's way over here. It's way the hell over here. It's not even here. It's here. All right, so see, we're moving this way. The treasure's here. Pretty sure it's here. Yep. Right on it. That's 3 like that. That was decent one. I think that was 4 cents. That's decent. 4 cents I'm happy with. For my skill level, doing this a couple of months, I'm happy with 4 cents. All right, let's see if we're moving in the right direction to collect something. Man, not lucky with that at all. The send is right there. We got 5. Geez, I sure would like to get a shot at some crazy spark. But just a gut check here. So we're at 354.5. And we started with 353.6. So we're 900 over. So that's good. All right, so this is not going to get anywhere near where we want to be, unfortunately. So let's go to... Let's generate another treasure. And hopefully we can stock up on sends. All right, that's 3 to 10 kilometers. So let's zoom out, figure this out. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And 10 would probably be to the end. So we can probably go right around here. Split the difference. And find a big property. I think I've even been on this one guy before. So we're going to go here. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see if we got sends first. All right, let's get some send. Let's get sends. We need sends. 20, beautiful. 2 sends. That sucks. I like 6 sends. That's what I like. All right, 1 to 3 kilometers up to the left. So that's going to be 1 to 3 to the left. So there's 1. There's 3. So somewhere in here? That's odd. That's really odd. Sometimes you can't figure out. I can't figure things out like you would think. It doesn't make logical sense that it would be over here. All right, now we're moving. So beautiful. So this is a good session or situation. We got over 3 minutes left. Our block explorer is moving down, and we got a red arrow moving down. All right. There's a very good chance that we're going to move into this without having to spend a send, right? So let's just zoom in here. So this is going to be within 500 kilometers. Oh, and that's even better sign because now that's within 50. So this is probably right here. It's probably right here. So we have a little bit of time here, at least to let it get down to this street and see if we can pick up exactly where it is, or maybe even get in the vicinity to be able to collect that treasure and not have to waste a spend, or spend a send, if you will. So this is the waiting game. Let's see if this picks up. Nope. Let's see if this one picks up. Nope. This one will definitely pick up. Yeah. My guess is it's right here. You know, the question is, or maybe here. The question is, can we get down here in 2 minutes? Probably. Let's just wait. Like I said, I know I could just send to here and get it if I need to, so I got that in my my plan B, if you will. So let's just see how we do here. As we get closer to the street, we'll be able to pick up a sign here. There we go. All right, so this guy's telling us, like I said, I think it's like right here. I'm going to say it's this one right here. And we're heading right towards it. So we got 1:35. Yeah, this is going to run into it. This is definitely going to run into it. So this is where patience counts, and you got to understand the clock, understand where you are. Sometimes you're going to be on the hairy edge. If we have 3 seconds, I could still shoot to here and get it, right? All right, so that's 50 meters. That's 50 meters. That's within 50 meters. All right, 1 minute. I may have to send. Because I'm not sure if it's going to get down to, because now I'm thinking it's like right here. All right, I'm just going to go right here. Ooh, 75. 100. Oof, come on, man. 20. All right. We had to send to it. We would never have gotten there. It was a pretty far stretch, so, but that's all right. Sometimes you get in those situations where you get lucky and you can just let your block explorer fumble its way onto the treasure, which is a savior of a send, right? All right. Let's see how we are. We got 4. All right. All right, we're going to go spawn. All right, 3 to 10, down and to the right. Down and to the right. and we need some sends. So we're going to go 3 to 10. So it's in 1, 2, 3. 10's the bottom. So I'm going to say right in Excelsior somewhere down here, maybe. We could find, ooh, there's a spot. See that? 2 sends right on top of each other. Hopefully it's on 100. It's only 50. Well, let's just poke and see. There's cheaper, 30. Beautiful. See, that's why you look. All right, so now we could pick these 2 guys up. 2, 3. So we pick up 5 sends. And let's see where we are here. All right, within a kilometer. We're within a kilometer. 500 to 1. So let's go to, oh, crap. Dog patch is my reference. There's a kilometer. There's a half a kilometer. It should be right in here. 50. Come on, baby. Give me a spike. Oh no. We overshot it. It's probably within 500, so I'm going to go here. Give me the red. Come on. All right. All right, 500 to 200, so let's get a reference. This is 500 to 200, so it's probably right in here. Yeah. It's one of these guys. Two minutes left. We're within 50 meters. So let's see. Let's just, and we're moving. We seem to be moving in the right direction. Let's just check this guy here and see. Yeah, we seem to be moving in the right direction. So let's just give this a little time. Hey guys, say hello in the chat if you're watching. Got a couple people watching. Appreciate it. And while we're waiting here, guys, if you haven't joined Upix or Upland yet, make sure you check out the referral link in the description. You can sign up to get a 50% bonus on your first purchase of Upix up to 50,000, which is pretty cool. So I didn't do that, unfortunately, but you can take advantage of it. Just use the link in the description. All right, so we got a minute 45 left here. We're bumbling, and hopefully we're going to catch this without having to blow a cent. Let's see if we can get a hint here. Nope. Yep. Okay, so this is very close. So I would say it's right here. So, all right, it's here. It's here. We are definitely going to run into it. Definitely. No, Mike, how you doing? Thanks for joining. It's not late. It's not too late. They're actually opening up a new city called Queens, the borough of Queens, next week. Next week is Spark Week. It's a great time to start because you can buy Spark, you can get involved. It is definitely not too late. I only started 2 months ago, and my profits are I've already turned $600 investment into about $1,000. Boom. See that? We stumbled right upon that treasure, which is great. We didn't have to waste a send, and we got the treasure. So let's see what we coop up here. So yeah, I would say it's definitely not too late. And what Upland does is they leave certain properties available for people that have net worths of under 100,000. Called FSA, Fair Start Act, I think it's called, where you're able to mint those in multiple cities. And there's FSA properties in Los Angeles, Detroit, Nashville. There's a bunch of them available. So, Mike, it is definitely not too late to check out. But if you do decide to join, just make sure you're using the referral link, because if you put money into it, you want to take advantage of that. And I would actually recommend, as I mentioned before, I would start with $50, buy 50,000 UPIX with the referral. You'll get 25,000 in bonus, and that keeps you under the $100,000 net worth, so that you can still buy the FSA properties, because those FSA properties are only available to people that have net worths of under 100,000. So that's the strategy that I would use to start. All right, so let's say we got 5 sends left here, and we've done 12. We've done 12 hunts. We've got about 20 sends left to collect. So let's see how we do here. All right, nothing spawned there, so let's spawn one. Okay, so this is going to be 3 to 10 kilometers. So we're going to zoom out, use our indicator. There's a kilometer, so 1, 2, 3, right about there. 3 to 10. You got a park here, so it's somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. So let's just go in here, see if we can find a property that's got some sends on it. We do. So one with 2 of them on it? Nope. 50 UPIX, 5 cents. It's worth it. All right, 4 cents. Great. That's helpful. All right, so let's see where we are here. Hopefully we got a red. Nope, that's within 3 to 10 still. Are you kidding me? That's weird. 3 to 10. So 1, 2, 3 up in here. I'll take the send. All right, 30. See that? I poked 2 places and I saved myself 20 UPIX. It's only a 3 cent saving, but you know something? It adds up. That's the way I look at it. All right, there's 1 cent. Whoop-de-doo. All right, let's all right, now we're within a kilometer. So let's zoom out between 500 and 1 kilometer. So there's 1 kilometer right about there. There's 500, so probably right about here, 29th Street. I'm going to say right about here. Sometimes I don't feel like poking around. I'll just take the 50 and go for it. All right. Okay, now we're within 500 kilometers, and we're moving in that direction when we got 2 minutes and 40. So let's just see if we can let this guy find his way. So if it's between 500 and 200, this block is like 100, I think. So let's go. This is like 100, 200. It's probably somewhere over here, my guess. Well, we could do that. We could do it logically here. So this is, let's see. So this is a kilometer. That's a half a click right there. 35th is a half a click. Right? And so this is 200, so it's probably within here somewhere. So the question is, do I get over here within a minute? Let's just check and see. Yeah, probably not. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go right there. Poke around for a cheap spot to land. They all seem to be 50. Oh, well. There we go, right on it. That's how you do it, guys. Process of elimination. You got to know your distances, and you have to be able to eliminate, figure out where the hell you are. All right, 290. All right, we just did our 13th treasure hunt. We got 7 sends, which means that if we came up with a decent one of these stealth mode ones, we'd be okay. But let's see, when's the last one? The last one was 41 minutes ago. So that's a while ago. And Mike, I know you're a member of the channel because I see the icon there. I appreciate you being a member of the channel, man. Thank you. My content has been sparse lately, and I've kind of shifted things away from flight simulation to Upland. It's not that I don't fly in flight simulation anymore. I just needed a change in the content I was producing, because it was kind of getting a little repetitive. And there's some really good guys that are doing great content for VR flight simulation. And I just thought branching into Upland would be a cooler, a fun thing to do. So that's why we're kind of doing this. All right. So we got 6. How come we have 6? I thought I had 7. Oh, whatever. All right. All right, let's generate. Let's go. We got 6 sends. All right, we're 3 to 10 kilometers, so we got a ways to go here. 1, 2, 3. 10's to the end, so it's somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. So let's just try to find a place that's got a send, which is right there. All right, 3 sends. We'll take that. And let's see if we can get a read from that guy. Yep. Still 3 to 10, so down to the right. 1, 2, 3. Somewhere in here. $35 and a send. Tracking those sends, baby. All right, within 1 kilometer. Within 1 kilometer. So again, I'm just zooming out. And we're going to figure there's dog patch. So I know dog patch is a kilometer. So there's a kilometer. Oh, I lost my direction here. I think it's up to the right, but I want to make sure. Yep. So up here. So dog patch is here. So it's here. There's 500. So probably within here. Could take one of these big ones. Probably a good bet. Why not? Just give us a good indication, and then hopefully on this next send, yeah, there we go. Which way are you moving? This guy gives us, okay, that's good. So that tells us it's over here. Let's see if this one gives us anything. Nope. So within 500 of there to the right. So 500 is going to be here. 200 is going to be here, so maybe right there. Lee Recreation Center. Oh, it's got a big one. 20. Close, but no cigar. I want to say it's going to be right here. We got 2 together right there. I might go pick those up. Oh, come on, man. Minute 41. Yeah, it's over here. We're moving down this way. Yeah, it's over here. No, it's right there. No, it's right there. Nope, it's right there. Nope. It's right here. That's where it is. That's exactly where it is. All right, we got a minute 13. I am not sure if it's going to clip it. We'll see. It's right here. I don't think it's going to. So I'm going to have to go here wherever the cheapest is. See that there's a red spot. I know exactly where it is. It's right there. But I'm just going to let it go a little bit further here just to see. I got 44 seconds. So if it gets down to here when it's parallel to this, and if it's not, doesn't click it off, then I know I'm not going to get it. This is 20. I'd probably get it there, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go here. Boom. No spark yet, man. Come on. We need some spark. We need some sparkage. Oh, 37.50. That is a nice score right there. That's a nice score. Right there is what you want. You just want one big hit, because now you know you're going to be profitable on the UPX. You don't have to worry about spending the UPX. And now we can just glide through and look for the spark. Beautiful, 37.50. So that's $3.75 worth of UPX. Not bad. That's why. This is why you hunt in San Francisco, because you're not going to find 4 cents. You're not going to find those large treasures like that in Rutherford or the tier 5 or tier 4s, right? You want to hunt in tier 1s when you get good at it. All right, let's just check our net worth here. Look at that. We increased our net worth by almost 5K. That's not bad. All right, let's just see. I think we have 4 cents, so these are all charging. All right, so I have 67 that I've collected, so that gives me 13 left that I can collect. I got these 2 grouped right over here. I'm not moving towards them, but if this is a cheap send, I'm going to go grab these. 50, 20. I'm wasting a send. Let's see what I grab here. 2, 3. So we grab 5. All right, see that? It's a trade-off, but now I have enough. I have 8 sends, okay? I have enough now where I can go after one of these guys if they come to fruition here. But we haven't seen. We're coming due for one of these. Like I said, the history is the last one was there was one 3 minutes ago that we missed. Oh well. But then there was one 35 minutes ago. So like we're due for. I think we're due, man. Yeah, I guess probably something I haven't talked about is when I'm treasure hunting, it usually you got to block out 2 hours. I mean, and we're already 2 hours into it here. I'm doing a lot of talking, and I spent 35 minutes explaining, the tips at the beginning. So we're probably an hour and a half of treasure hunting. Normally within an hour and a half, 2 hours is what you need to do 20 hunts. If you do it the way if you're doing meticulously and calculated like this, right? So, it's, you want to, and you could do it different times of the day. You could do an hour one time and then an hour another time, whatever you think, But the thing is, like the 80 that you collect, that you can collect every day, I think that I haven't gotten a straight answer on when that resets. I read one place that it resets every day at 8 p.m. But then again, I've treasure hunted and been in the middle of treasure hunting, and then it says you reached your limit, and I wait 5 minutes, and then I'm able to pick a couple more up. So I think it might be a 24-hour clock for every send. I haven't been able to find documentation that explains specifically how those 80 sends that you can pick up renew. The same with the 3. I think you get the 3 sends 24 hours at a certain time, but I'm not sure what time that it is. But in any event, this is why I try to do it all in one session, like in the morning. I try to do it like in the morning. All right, we got 8 cents, right? Yep. And I'm just giving it some time here to see if we can pick up a exclusive or a rare, because we're probably coming into the time here. It's been 10 minutes, I think, since the last. This might have been a limited. This is definitely a limited. This might have been a rare. This is definitely a rare. So it's been an hour since the last rare or exclusive. We got to be coming close, especially with 17 players. They usually are much more rapid than that. So I want to just give it a little bit of time here. Maybe we. I tell you what. Let's do one, and then we'll wait. Let's do one here. So we're gonna go. We have 8 cents. All right. Let's see where we are here. So, all right, 3 to 10. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it with an Eureka. I want to look for cents because I want to have enough when we'll go for one of those rares. There's 35. That's a good one. All right, there's 1 cent. Whoop-de-doo. Just add to that total, make it 6. And hopefully we got a red here. Let's say that would be 1 to 3 kilometers away. So there's our reference right there, Golden Gate. 1, 2, 3. In the middle of that would be right around the boost triangle. So somewhere around here. Maybe we could pick a send up. Well, let's go here because that's a nice big one. Ah, 1 to 3 still. Damn, it's probably closer to 1. Probably closer to 1. So this is 1 right here. I'm going to say it's like right here. No sends around here. We need sends. All right, let's go for this guy. 20. Beautiful. 3 minutes left. We picked up 2 sends. Hopefully I didn't miss keeping track. All right, so now we're within a kilometer. So so there's 1 click. I just wanted to see if those sends were close. All right, there's 1 click right there. There's 500 meters. I'm going to go right on Baker Street here. Let's go to this big guy, see if he's cheap. Yes, 20. Boom. Come on. I got to land on one like this and just grab it, man. That's what I need. I need a break. Come on. No. 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes left. All right, 500. 500. Why did it move over there? That's weird. Which way are we moving? That way. All right, so 500 from there. 5 to 200 for... that's closer. 50. All right, 50 from there, right? Is that right? 200 to 50. 200 to 50. 200 to 50. All right, 200 to 50. So let's figure this out. Let's try to get this in one pop. 200 to 50. So this would be 500. This would be 250. Lion Street. I think I know where it is. I think it's in here. I think it's like right here. Too much. 20. Get it. Come on. Damn it. Minute 30 left. We're close. We were very close. But no cigar. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I'm going to go here. Nope. Damn it. There we go. Very tricky sometimes. Very tricky sometimes. Let's see. I think we may. I want to get this over because I want to see if we have it a rare or anything starting. What are we going to get here? Big one. Come on, big one. 290. All right. Take 290. We only have 5 more cents to collect, and then our day is over. How many cents we have? 5. All right. We didn't get to go after any rares, man. We didn't get to go after any rares. All right, so we got 5. We probably got 2 more to go after some, try to get some, what do you call it? Some spark. So let's just do that. We're gonna bypass the extravagance today and just go after the standards. All right, so let's see. All right, 1 to 10, 3 to 10, 3 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, and here somewhere maybe. Good news is we made UpX. There's 2 cents, so we got 4. We got probably 3 more we can collect, I think. All right, there's 500. We're moving in that direction too, which is good. 4 minutes left, so that's a good one. All right, so because we got a red on our first send, that's a good sign. All right, so now we know we're up from here. This guy's moving up. We're going to give this some time. We're just going to give this time. And hopefully we're on the trajectory to pick up this treasure and save cents because we got 6 left and 3 more to pick up. I'm trying to maximize here to get ourselves maybe 2 more treasure hunts after this. So we're going up there, still at 5. 5, 2 to 5, still at 2 to 5. Still at 2 to 5 from this green guy. 3 minutes left. See if we pick up any indicators from over here. Yeah, it's up. It may even be up here. Yeah, it is. I think it's actually where this send is. I think it might be where this send is. So the question is, will this guy get there in 3 minutes? It's going right towards it. I think that's where it is. All right, so it's within 200 meters of this guy. We got 2.5 minutes. Let's just give it a little time. It's not where the send is. It's probably here. But as we get closer here, we're getting more and more indications. Still got 2 minutes. This is the guy. This is the indicator I want to see right here. Game of patience. All right, above there. Above there. All right, so question is, can we get this send and then within 200 meters of that? So that means it's probably here, right around here. So how long is it going to take us to get to that send? 30 seconds? Let's try to pick this send up. And then we can just go up to here. Because we might be able to pick up a decent chunk there. Let's just see. We got time. Time management, baby. And we might be able to get another indicator here. Let's just see. Nope. 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 Did someone pick that up? No. All right, we got 2 cents. Okay. And we got 45 seconds left. So I'm just going to go see if I get indicator. Yep, indicator from there. So I'm going to go right here. And that should be it. That should be it. Come on. Are you serious? Oh. I overshot it. It's here. It's right there. All right. Well, we kind of wasted the send that we picked up, but okay. 290. All right, let's see what we got left here. Because we can only probably pick up one more. We got 6 left. Which way are we moving? All right, we probably only have one more treasure hunt left here. Let's just see what we got here. Yeah, we didn't. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of these guys. I mean, it's been an hour since the last one. 17 minutes. I don't know if this is probably a exclusive. But it's been an hour since the last rare. I guess they're about every hour. I don't know. All right, so let's take stock here. 6 is left. We can probably pick up one more. That gives us 7. I got to leave with at least 2 or 3. 2. 2 is fine. 1 is the bare minimum. Let's give it a shot. Hopefully we could pick up some spark on our last one. Wouldn't that be cool? Or hope we can... I miscalculated the sends. So this is, of course, 3 to 10. We're, miles away. So 3 to 10. So 1, 2, 3. 10 would probably be about here. So I'm going to go Diamond Heights. All right, let's go here. All right, 1 to 3. We overshot it. 1, 3. So right in here, maybe. It would be very sweet. Let's just go here. We can pick the send up. That's going to be probably going to be our last send because we just hit 80. All right, so we need to within 1 kilometer. So let's be very careful. We got almost 4 minutes left, so let's be very careful about how we're calculating this because I want to try to. All right, let's just see there, and let's just see there. Okay, within 1 to 5 kilometers down that way. So there is 1. There's 5. It's probably here. Oh. Okay, which way are we moving? This way. We got 3 minutes left. All right, it's to the right. Up. To the right. Within... That's out of range. All right. I'm going to say it's here, right around here. Now, sometimes you come down to these sticky situations where you're on your last treasure hunt and you only have a few cents left. All right, we got a red one. Which way is a block of sport? 2 minutes, good. So now we can narrow this down going across here. Give it some time. Keep poking around. Keep poking around. Okay, so this is within 500 meters of here. So let's figure that out. So let's go. This is a kilometer. This is 500 meters. That's 200, so it's probably right here. I'm going to go right there. Oh, I'm not paying 125 though. There we go. Boom. All right, so this is going to be our last chest because we only have a few cents left, unfortunately. And we've exhausted all our 80. So let's see what we got here. No spark today, unfortunately. But like I said, you don't find spark every day. 290. All right, so the assessment is we ended up with call it 358, right? Or call 357.9, all right? 353.62. So we finished 4,000 upix ahead. Unfortunately, we didn't find any spark. We ended up with 2 cents left. So that means we're good to go in case we need them. And if I happen to be, during the evening, if I happen to check my phone and I see that there's a rare, and for some reason I end up within 1 kilometer, I could take a shot at it with 2 cents. But in any event, spark wasn't accomplished, but hopefully this gave you a good indication of how to approach treasure hunting in a tier 1 city. I really enjoy treasure hunting. At first I kind of looked at it as like a chore, but now I kind of enjoy the hunt of it and the calculation and taking the time to figure out, narrowing it down. Because think about it, you got, what is it? At the 12 by, call it 11 by 11, right? So 11. You got 121 square kilometer area here. That's a lot of area to be able to narrow down a treasure. Now you get, your Block Explorer has influence around a large area, like, probably if you're here, you got your tail. If you're here and you send to it, anything around here you're going to collect. But still, when you think about it, that little spot is hard to find, right? So you have to use these tools of a reference of 1K and being able to understand your distances and your indicators and follow these rules, man. This is what I've learned. These things have helped me increase my spark considerably, increase my upix by treasure hunting. And I can tell you that I can't remember in the last week or so, since I really kind of honed skills on this, coming out with less upix than I started with. And I think that's the game, right? So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching today. If you have any questions, please hit them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them. And make sure if you're going to sign up for Upland, you use the reference link in the description. You'll get 50% bonus on your first purchase of upix. As I said, I recommend when you're starting out, just buy 50,000 upix for $50. You'll get a 20 and use the referral fee, the referral link, I should say, and you'll get that extra 25,000. That'll keep you under the 100,000 upix mark, so you can still mint FSA properties, and that gives you an advantage to start out. All right. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys watching today. Please hit that like button if you're interested in what you saw today. I'm going to be doing more treasure hunts, maybe once every 2 weeks or so. We'll do more treasure hunting. I like doing it. I think it's a lot of fun. And please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Upland content. Guys, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.